This guy reveals that he was hired by the person who sent Rollo to make his delivery. Noor apologizes for ruining their plan, but the guy doesn't care, and he just reveals that he is after the kid. Rollo is worth a lot of money, so the guy is there to take him back. This guy moves at blazing speed, and Noor just barely manages to repel his attack. The stranger explains that his client wants to end the kid's life, but it would be much easier for him if he eliminated Rollo right now, so he would only have to bring back his body. As they fight, Noor says that he doesn't understand what this guy's problem is, but the guy says that Noor doesn't need to understand anything. Lin is shocked to see how fast they are moving, because she can't even follow along, and Ines tells her to stay behind her. The stranger continues with his dangerous attacking style, but Noor manages to parry him every time. The guy doesn't lose his cool at all, and simply decides to chop Noor's head off. Noor parries the guy's attack at the very last moment, and Noor is shocked that the mystery guy was able to generate such power with just a tiny blade. The stranger is surprised as well when his blade falls apart, but he has another one that he uses to attack Noor. Noor realizes that he is in trouble, because all he can do is avoid the attack, on intuition alone. Noor won't be able to last much longer, because fighting while trying to protect Rollo is taking its toll. Lin is horrified by the power surging from their battle, and she can't even move. Ines uses her shield to protect Lin, and Ines reveals that she has just realized something. This man's appearance, along with his immense strength, has made it clear that he is the former S-rank adventurer called Zadu. A look back. Ines found documents from unsolved cases. This case was closed because the target was officially eliminated on record, but it wasn't true. The target was Zadu, who became an S-rank adventurer at a young age, which made him a target for other S-ranks. Ines was shocked to hear this, because S-rank targets are not usually humans. Gilbert was excited to take down Zadu, but the heroes told him to not even try. The reason they pretended that Zadu was eliminated was because he is actually too strong for anyone to take out. They decided to close the case, because they didn't want to send any more people just to get eliminated. Gilbert was still curious, so they explained that as a kid, Zadu mastered the ancient art of dwarven alchemy. At the young age of 13, Zadu earned the name Dragon Slayer. Gilbert was shocked, because that meant this guy was even more impressive than him. Zadu became very famous, and he was admired by all adventurers. However, Zadu did not always use his talents for good things. Zadu eliminated several civilians for an unknown reason, but the guild didn't want to take away his adventurer license, because he made many contributions to them. Zadu even took down a disaster-level threat monster on his own. The decision on how to deal with him was split, so they decided to postpone it. Zadu takes on any job as long as it pays well, and things like morals are meaningless to him. This was made clear when Zadu wiped out an entire country and eliminated an entire royal family. It was as if Zadu had no sense of good or evil. Back to the present. Ines explains all this to Lin. Zadu has been challenged by many adventurers, but it only resulted in a mountain of corpses, and the bounty on Zadu's head is now incredibly high. To prevent anyone from going after him, the guild announced that he was no longer alive. Zadu and Noor take a break from their fight, because Zadu is disappointed to see that his entire collection of daggers has been destroyed. They are made of materials that aren't supposed to break so easily, so Noor wonders if Zadu is looking for reimbursement. Zadu thinks Noor is pretty weird, but not as weird as his sword. Zadu decides to play it safe, as he tosses his sword into the sky, and Ines is shocked to see that it breaks apart into several swords. This attack is pretty famous, as it can take several hundred lives in the blink of an eye. It is a weapon that Zadu transmuted himself, and it is called the Silver Cross. Zadu uses it to attack, and Noor is barely able to protect Rollo in time. Noor knows that he won't be able to win, and Ines realizes just how terrible the situation is. Ines determines that Noor and Rollo will both perish if she doesn't help, but she reminds herself that her mission is to make sure that Lin survives. Ines realizes something, and asks Lin for permission to leave her and assist in the battle. Noor does his best to fight back all the swords, but one of the swords is too fast for him. Luckily for Noor, Ines arrives just in the nick of time. Ines reiterates that her job is to protect Lin, but Ines also realizes that this means she must keep Noor alive too. Ines uses her powerful shields to push Zadu back, but it is clear that none of them is able to hit him. This is because Zadu and his swords are just moving way too fast. Ines realizes this as well, so she decides that she will focus on defense, while Noor finishes off Zadu. Noor isn't sure if he can do it, because Zadu's swarm of swords moves around like a living creature. Just then Noor comes up with an idea, and asks Ines to move one of her shields on his signal. Then Noor physic enhances himself, as he has Ines move a shield, and Noor launches the fangs of the dragon he defeated right at Zadu. The fangs are incredibly strong, and Ines is shocked to see that Noor was able to destroy Zadu's swords with them. Noor continues using his stone throw attack, and he manages to take out most of the swords. Zadu comes out of nowhere to attack Ines, but Noor manages to stop him. Zadu can't understand how Noor was able to stop his attack, but what's even more strange is that his dagger made of adamantite was broken by Noor. Zadu tries to attack again, but he just gets the same result. Zadu thinks Noor is a pretty weird guy, so Zadu asks Noor how he can see his attacks and counter them. Noor says that it is just something he can do, but Zadu can tell that there's more to it. Zadu decides to just call it a day and leave, because recovering his weapons after they have been shattered is a real pain. That isn't all though, as Zadu explains that there will be a huge celebration happening at the royal capital. This doesn't sound good at all to Ines, but unfortunately Zadu doesn't have any more details about this extravagant event. Zadu says that Noor is the strangest guy he has ever met, and Zadu tells Rollo to consider himself really lucky. Zadu goes for one last sneak attack, but Noor stops him once again, and Zadu points out that Noor is why he wasn't able to get his reward for retrieving Rollo. Zadu leaves, and everyone wonders what will happen in the capital. Noor thinks they should go back, especially since they won't be able to take Rollo to Mitra. Just then Rollo begins to shake uncontrollably, after hearing that they're all from the royal capital. Rollo tells everyone that they can't go back, because of something terrifying. Rollo heard that the biggest monster was going to the royal capital, and it was strong enough to wipe out the entire city. Lin realizes that this situation is more urgent than she thought, so Lin decides that they will return to the capital. Noor agrees with Lin's decision, but Ines refuses. Ines is shocked when Lin reveals that she knows exactly what Rain ordered Ines to do. Lin says that they will suffer the same fate as the demon folk if they abandon the capital, so they must return and warn everyone about the monster. Ines gives in and agrees to go back, but Ines tells Lin not to leave her side for even a moment. Noor thinks it would be best for Rollo if they split up, but Rollo refuses. Rollo is sure that a demon folk is the one bringing the monster, and even if he doesn't think he will be able to do anything, Rollo still wants to help. Lin sees how serious Noor has gotten, so she assumes it is because of his big heart. Lin is completely wrong, as Noor is just thinking about how he wishes if he could have taken a bite out of the poisonous frog. On their way back, Lin thinks about how worried she is, but Lin finds comfort in knowing that Noor is with her. Noor fought the dragon and the legendary Zadu, so they should be fine. Lin determines that it is her responsibility to take Noor to the royal capital, so he can save everyone, and Lin calls him the man who practically jumps straight out of an epic hero's tale. Back at the royal capital, Rain is told that many citizens have been evacuated, thanks to the efforts of the 6 heroes. They fended off the enemy's ambush, but Rain is sure that another wave will be coming. This is the perfect time for them to do it, because the capital forces are scattered. Rain is sure that the enemy is just waiting for them to exhaust themselves and preparing the next wave. Rain wonders which direction they will be coming from, and he realizes that they could come from the sky as well. Rain is told that there have been no sightings of flying monster, but Rain notices something strange in the sky. Rain is horrified when he realizes it is hiding above the clouds, so Rain uses his uncovered ability to break its barrier. Rain stares in shock, as he can't believe what he sees. A soldier wonders if it is a black dragon, but Rain points out it is far too big. This is actually their worst nightmare, because it's a dragon of calamity. So now what will happen next? Subscribe to our channel to find out what will happen next. So friends, if you liked our recap video, then please like and share this video and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.